Morning arrives with quiet arithmetic, counting hearts that still dare to answer roll call.
Each step signs a mud oath, payable in breath we do not own. Direction is a frightened bird, fluttering toward duty while our hands tremble.
Weight learns faith by inches, every plank demanding proof from shaky courage.
Strategy is a patched blanket, barely warm against the winter of thunder.
Pain speaks the oldest language, and our fingers reply with clumsy devotion. We build small altars from scraps, so tenderness has somewhere to kneel.
We carry tomorrow uphill, careful not to spill its fragile breathing again.
Far hills write in fire, demanding we read without blinking or belief.
Aims keep better time than fear, ringing steady where courage hesitates wildly. Hunger conducts evening prayers, and spoons sing softly inside our chapped hands.
The world narrows to a watchful eye, where fate knocks politely, insistently.
Goodbyes blur but endure, legible to hearts that read past weather. The earth rehearses survival, curtsying to thunder while refusing a final bow. Hope doodles in margins, disobedient to despair's crisp handwriting and rules.
We move thunder carefully, pretending speed can outrun consequence for seconds.
Time faints during bombardment, later waking to swear it never left. Ritual builds a roof where language collapses and grief needs shelter. Humor trespasses into steel, proof some doors remained unlocked for mercy. The landscape grows anatomy from fear, and we circulate through its veins.
Healing is meticulous courage, teaching breath to return without apology.
Even storms attempt translation, though messages arrive soaked and shivering.
Not killing wears an invisible metal, heavy under any uniform.
Beasts negotiate honestly with fear. Their treaties outlast our speeches.
We pass warmth mouth to mouth, a contraband liturgy against night.
The ground keeps iron secrets. Patience is our only dictionary. Love insists on arrival, even when roads are mostly water and ash.
Nature auditions forgiveness, ashamed of the score we made it play. Sometimes the target becomes your face, and mercy adjusts the aim.
Relief apologizes for its sting, then stays like a faithful guest.
We forge temporary stars and beg heaven to forget our signatures.
Arithmetic invites superstition when survival refuses to balance honestly. Compassion learns water's grammar, conjugating rescue in present continuous only. Luck is a reckless guardian, choosing ordinary saints at perfect moments. Faith pirates circuitry, smuggling grace through unauthorized channels tonight. Thunder argues with itself, and mountains pretend to take careful notes.
Meals season the present with missing afternoons and quiet chairs.
Innocence refuses to flatten, rolling stubbornly toward brightness again. We tune ourselves to courage's pitch and hum until shore agrees.
Some seconds crown themselves kings, ruling empires no map acknowledges.
Truth arrives with edges. Imagination steps aside and listens quietly.
Beauty files complaints in pink. Brave petitions the war keeps misplacing.
Mercy weighs more than anger, but warms what fear left shivering. Decisions arrive as small letters. Consequence enlarges them into monuments.
Even violence lowers its voice, near names it cannot pronounce kindly.
Paper becomes a bridge home, every thud another well-laid plank. Love polishes itself stubbornly, refusing stains approved by necessity.
Gravity teaches cooperation without speeches, rewarding synchronized breath immediately.
Hope is brewed bitter and hot, perfect between stitches and prayers.
Ingenuity escorts pride aside, giving endurance the right of way kindly. Nature refuses enlistment, yet keeps time for our fear flawlessly. Plans forgive clumsy lines when survival chooses humor over accuracy. Peace repurposes brass, conducting green ceremonies with patient witnesses. Paper requests an audience. The river underlines every fragile promise carefully.
Refusal becomes valor without parade, remembered privately by unburned lungs.
Endurance becomes official doctrine, concise as stone and heavier. We tutor emptiness to carry us, paying tuition with sweat and trust.
Thanks, sir.
Hope argues tooth by tooth with iron, refusing to surrender brightness.
Authority rehearses open hands, while weather claps with delicate persistence.
We erect a monument to restraint and invite silence to bless. Counting stops where mercy begins, though numbers whisper under the lid. Respect wears no insigniates, bowing with the same careful spine everywhere. Beauty borrows practical tools, luminous and humble after alarms. Life opens early, selling green to anyone patient enough to wait. Departure is weather for lungs, harsh and strangely comforting together. Childhood files its claim on the sky. Laughter stamps the form. Honor chooses quieter neighbors now, content to shine without audience.
Commerce of small joys reopens, pricing bread lower than yesterday's fear.
Language returns barefoot, stepping softly across rooms swept of sirens. We tidy echoes politely, escorting noise to its deserved rest.
Nature edits our chapter with water and approves the revision.
We pass along cheaper miracles, currency that never devalues in weather. Work relearns kindness, trading shrapnel for silver flashes of river.
Crossing becomes music again, scored for timber, patience, and air.
Home is percussion and patience, nailing rhythm back into noon.
Care becomes doctrine, preached in rows and watered with ordinary grace.
History warms future nights, stitched from orders nobody requires anymore. Precision discovers friendship quietly, proving accuracy is kin to trust. Security returns as punctuation, convincing the heart clause by clause. Joy invades open space, winning ground doctrine never learned to map.
Memory grants citizenship to the absent, sheltering them inside our speaking.
Love conducts inventory softly, confirming nothing essential went missing. Leaving is the liturgy of lungs. Rails provide the faithful chorus.
Peace measures itself in unnecessary lateness and long patient seconds.
We anchor ghosts with dates, inviting them to supervise kindly forever. Faith practices ventilation, letting forgiveness and weather share breath.
Hunger finally speaks warm syllables, uninterested in sirens or rank.
The world drinks from discarded wars and returns sweetness without apology.
Night edits its grammar carefully, changing exclamations to patient pauses. Boundaries become agreements, negotiated by callous, patience, and measured breath. Grief prefers simple architecture, strong enough for weather and return. Supply becomes another word for future, punctual with ordinary miracles.
We teach courage without appetite for hate, seasoning memory only with tenderness.
We carry the war like porcelain, careful and honest, so peace may pour.